But if you come in and you want to live like the way they are living, yet you have not the same budget, you will die immediately. This girls things is also there. At least have one girlfriend, like my friend Bull here. Yeah, I don't club. This is one thing. I don't club. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. Some challenges that I faced, like you said earlier, that challenges make strong people. It make you think even beyond. You understand? So when I came to the industry, having no promoter, having no one to sell my music to whoever and everything like that, I have to devise some ways. Initially, I used to think that maybe it is money. That is when you have a lot of money, you flaunt it around and everything like that, then you are successful. But I came to realize that it is not actually money. Logo, John Frog is my good friend. We realized that this logo that John Frog has been using, Froggy style, that the man who actually introduced it to him was this one that is sitting here. We realized.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Diary of the Brainer podcast. It's me, Paul Pasquale, the host, and as I promise you, every episode is going to be inspirational one, educative one, and also a brainstorming episode. So today's episode guest is someone who is many of you guys are familiar with, and many of you guys know him. He is an artist. He's a person who's full of description. I don't know whether to weigh him as an artist or an engineer. But let me say he's an artist and engineer as well. It's none other than Lul Simon. Lul Simon, welcome to the episode.
Thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we are really glad and I'm so happy that you've honored the invitation to join me on the episode. First of all, let me start with congratulating you upon the milestone that you've achieved. I don't know whether I should call you the artist or the engineer. Who am I interviewing now, the artist or the engineer?
The artist came first, and then now the engineer came later.
That's amazing.
So I think when you're giving me the title, it should be Artist Engineer Lul Simon. Something like that.
Artist Engineer Lul Simon. That's nice.
Thank you.
Before, usually when I start my podcast, there's one question that I ask. How are you?
I'm very okay. I'm very fine. Very energetic, and I'm blessed. That's all I can say for now.
That's amazing. Usually the reference to that question is because I believe everyone's going through a lot. Yeah, and then when you ask someone how are you, the logic usually is I'm fine, but it says a lot of things. Yeah, but I'm glad you're energetic.
Yeah,
and you are happy. So Lul Simon, as many of you guys know, Lul Simon is an artist with a lot of following on social media, and many of you guys are not shocked that he's on the episode. You know who he is. Yeah. So without the numbers, without the accolades, the awards you've won, the music career, who is Lul Simon?
Well, Lul Simon is actually a humble person, like having a very humble background. Like I can say that Lul Simon in the society is different when it comes to the industry. You find Lul Simon in many sectors. For example, when it comes to this, normal activities like, these school activities and other stuff like that. Back then, people used to know me as a student because I schooled with a lot of them, especially you, isn't it? So apart from being an artist, I'm a lot of things behind the scene. So Lul Simon is actually motivational, an inspiring teacher of physics, chemistry, mathematics in a certain high school. I won't name the high school right now, but I will tell you more about it later because it needs to be also on the camera. Maybe someone's son or a daughter has to also be there. So apart from that, Lul Simon is also a son of a father and a person who has some sisters. So if you want to marry also, I have beautiful sisters, tall ones for that matter. So I'm actually a family person. So I love these simple things, and these are the things that actually give me that drive to do more within every other sector that I actually involve myself in. So Lul Simon is a lot of things, and many of it cannot actually be described here in the camera, but all the same, I thank God for this part.
That's amazing. Now you guys know who's Lul Simon. You mentioned that you're a family man. I believe. Are you married? I believe there are single girls outside.
No. I'm not married. A family man in an essence that I am a family person, like in such a way that, this being a firstborn at home, You are like a father to the siblings that are actually there. So that means that you have responsibility. And when you have responsibility, you become a family man automatically. You see that? So that when you go and marry next time, at least you have already known what responsibility looks like. Yeah, so I'm a family man, or I can say I'm a family man in making. Can I call it something like that in a better term, right? But I'm a family man in short, because I have some siblings that look up to me, support-wise, and morally, understand? That's it.
That's amazing. Take us through your childhood. Like, where were you born, and then where were you raised?
Yeah, I was born in Nasser. Most of you know Nasser, right? Nasser is located in South Sudan. That is, it's to be specific, Upper Nile State. And to be specific, like when you talk about, there is this Lajor State. I don't know, it was by then when they were having these 32 states, something like that. Lajor was also a state. But now when they came to the 10 states, that's when now we have Upper Nile, which involved the likes of Lajor and every other state that is there. So I come from Lajor, and when you go deep in Lajor, there is a town called Nasser. It is a town that is known because even the liberators used to be there. So I was born from there. And so I lived some part of my life there, but then I moved to Kenya. So I came to Kakuma refugee camp, a place many of the people knows. All right. So I came there, and as a refugee, went to school. Okay. But then after some good years there, I left for Nairobi. All right. And then from there, that's when I pursue more of my studies, like starting from high school and finishing my high school in Nairobi. Then finally, I came here to Uganda for the university, which I just concluded recently. Yeah, so that is me. But my childhood also, it was a very interesting one. I was a choir. I started actually from Sunday school. I came to choir. And I became the choir leader. Even today, as we speak, whenever I go online there and I try to post something of being an artist, be like, that's my choir leader. That's my choir leader. You understand? Choir master, something like that. People know me for that. So I've been there. My childhood, all of my childhood, I've been in the church. I've been staying in the church, so I was brought up in this Christian value, kind of environment. Yeah, so that has been my life since until music came in and took me over. Understand?
That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, one thing I've observed ever since, I think I can say that I'm lucky that we've been on the same campus. Yeah, and one thing about Lul is that Lul is always not. You'll never hear from Lul on campus. He's kind of composed guy and quiet in many ways. Take us through your realization of music. I believe there's this moment whereby you realize, I need to take music outside. I need to take it serious. And then what inspired you to pursue it?
Yeah, a lot of things actually inspire me. Back in Kakuma, like I told you earlier, we used to have these small competitions. People used to do these singing games, you understand? Especially when it comes to Sunday school. This place where you find that people have to compete, But by then I was chosen as the choir master. Not even a choir master. It's called just a Sunday master. The person who start the song, do some introduction, ladies and gentlemen, what, those things. By then I didn't have my teeth here in front here, you understand? So they used to give me that kind of introduction, such that there is a place where I reach that I will have to laugh. But when I laugh, of course, I'm not the only person laughing. People laugh because of that, the gap in the teeth. Yeah. So I have been used to the audience and every stuff like that. So since being a choir master, I developed that, that character of singing. You understanding. You like this thing because now you have been leading the Sunday schools. You came to choirs. You have been leading the choirs and everything like that. But then now, due to some competitions that used to be done, like this music competition back in Nairobi now, leaving that part of Kakuma. Kakuma was just there, doing this choir thing, Sunday thing. Then when I came to Nairobi, now I've been attending shows. You understand? Going to shows, seeing people sing, see how the fans actually react to these people, and even how they are valued within the community. Be like, this is a very good life. These guys must be enjoying a lot. And I'll be like, okay, but do I have the capability to do it? So one time I developed the interest of singing. Then one of my uncles, his name is Messi, he has been noticing me. I've been trying to compose whereby you put a radio here, because by that time we're using the cassette. This cassette. You put it in one radio, you start it, then you bring another radio here that has the beat. Then now you are singing now. The beat is being recorded by the same tape. while your voice is also being recorded.
Yeah.
So my uncle
Like a karaoke.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So my uncle came to find out like this cassette. He had me now. He played it and then he had me singing. This boy has something small to to introduce that. So and then from there now, a certain artist also who used to come home came with a CD, like this compact disc.
Yeah.
That CD was having an instrumental inside. So when my uncle had the instrumental, he was like, why don't you give this one a shot? I'll be the one to pay for it. That was in Kikuyu, Nairobi. Then he took me to the studio. I went there, I sang. That song was called Sexy Mixed Down. That song, bro, people like it. Even those kids at home there, they were liking it. They were like, this guy is doing well. So within that small locality, I trended. I became the celebrity of that small place.
Wow.
And I was like, I got the feeling, you understand that feeling of those guys who used to feel when they were in stages and every stuff like that. And I was like, I can do this one. So when I saw the love from the people, plus also because people cannot just love you if you don't have the talent, of course. So when they saw what I can do, the love was coming in, and you understand something like that, and fame for the first time, something like that can drive you crazy.
True.
So from there, I was like, this thing can actually work for me. But by then, I didn't start officially being an artist. I just started like, let me just try. Right? So then from there now, I began to, try to do some other stuff, some other songs also. So I had another song called Banjek, same in Nairobi. And it was very informative, but Banjek has a real story because it was my girlfriend that left me. And, then you know what happens when your heart broken. When your heart broken, bro, you speak from the heart.
True.
Understand? Yeah. So I spoke from the heart, man. My heart was broken. This girl was my first girlfriend, actually. Yeah, she was very beautiful, but then losing her, man, was too much.
Yeah.
So I had to go and sing a song called Banjek. Banjek means we shall meet. So those were the things that we used to say when we were in the relationship. So I was trying to remind her, because now, why do you need to leave me? Don't you remember when we used to say this to each other? You understand? And then that song went viral. People love it. All right? There are some women whose husbands were in South Sudan. Okay? They were like, they took this song personal because now Banjek means that, okay, my husband is going to come, so we are going to meet. You understand? So now the song now became like another thing. So it did not even remain with me. Now the one of the song has been left behind. People took it personal as their own.
They relate to it.
Yeah, they related to it. So from then it brought me a bigger fan base. All right? But by then still I was thinking whether to do this music or not. All right? Until I came to Kampala. That's when I made my breakthrough, South Sudan Diva. All right? Now South Sudan Diva went through the whole country. And from there I was recognized in the whole South Sudan. All right? So that was when I realized, now I have to take this one very serious. Yes. So it was after then that you can see Lul Simon producing many songs even today. And I had to pursue the same thing.
Wow.
That was how it all started.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's really amazing.
Thank you.
And the rest is a history.
The rest. you can leave it for the media.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So like basically from what you've said, what you have narrated, it looked like the reception was kind of positive.
Yep.
But also I believe that there's no journey that is free from challenges, from critics, from people telling you that, yo, this is not the right path and all this stuff. I hope your journey is different.
Nah, it is not of any different. same challenges also, I faced them.
Wow.
The first challenge was that when I was coming to the industry also, I was being mocked. Now I was sounding kind of like a girl. That voice was the pitch was too high.
Yeah.
So now people are like, why are you having that pitch? People are used to these niggas,
Yeah.
50 Cent.
How voice?
I came with this my small voice. This guy is joking.
Yeah.
Okay? So even from my close friends, they were mocking me. You understand how impactful that thing is when you're being discouraged by even your close friends. But then that one was not a bitter challenge because, of course, it was just them talking. There are some people who are actually, receiving me better.
Yeah.
But then the biggest challenge that I actually faced was the challenge of the promoters. Promoters were varied. So you understood that this South Sudan, how things are done, especially when this tribalism thing came in. Yeah, so promoters only want to take those people that are there, that are near to them. You understand? So that thing I find it quite challenging because I cannot access these radio stations. I can't access their platforms. I can't access some opportunities simply because maybe I'm not related to some people, or maybe I don't know some of them. So that became a big challenge.
Nepotism.
Nepotism. It became a big challenge when pushing my music. So I had to be going there to South Sudan personally, look for some radio stations, and then look for some bookings, schedules, and then get myself out there. So that was a very big challenge. The other challenge was the one for the fans now, of course. When you're starting something, you'll have to look for some money to go to the studio. money maybe to shoot videos, money for photo shoot. You know how this artist thing is actually very demanding. So it became a very big challenge, because now from there I have no person who is actually holding my hand. It was all by myself. It was by then when I was just starting the school, the university. And then my father would send my school fee together with my pocket money. Now I would have to, sacrifice that pocket money of mine.
Wow.
Sacrifice something that I could have done with that money, go to the studio and produce some song. Yeah. So now those guys who are on social media who like insulting people on your pages, they don't know what you go through. They come and insult you. They don't know what you have actually sacrificed with this. So those were amidst many more challenges that I actually faced, and they were very, very, very severe. But all in all, God has been with us. Today we are here, and we have actually done something. You understand?
That's amazing.
Yeah. True.
That's amazing. You've talked of your parents sending the school fee, and then you allocating something your craft. And so did your parents knew about it? Like you're doing music?
Yeah, they got a wind of it.
What was their reaction?
The reaction was totally different. Our African parents, of course, especially South Sudanese parents, they have that notion whereby now if my son becomes a musician, then it means that he's going to go into drugs, understand? Alcohol, maybe going to drop out of school and follow some friends that are bad friends. So these are the same thing my parents are also thinking. So I'll be like, now you're doing music, especially after South Sudan Diva, it became so viral. Be like, now, my son, you're doing music. It means that you're going to leave school. Maybe you're going to do the same thing other people are doing. They were quite hesitant to let me continue with the music. I had to actually go there and convince my parents, literally, this has nothing to do with my school. When the time for school comes in, I will be focusing on school. But when we have some holidays, something like this and this and that, I shall be doing something to do with music, that free time. That was when now they accepted. But it wasn't that much 100% accepted. They wanted first to see whether I'm going to follow those words or I might divert, along the way. So it was a bit hard. Yeah, it was a bit hard. But all in all, finally they came and accepted. And they were like, oh, it doesn't affect your school and you're responsible enough. Good. You can pursue your thing.
Wow.
Go ahead.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
True.
So I've sat with some of artists, like for instance, Joma, and then you sing in Swahili, English, and then Tuknaat sometimes. Yeah. So I asked Joma, like, do you guys have like people criticizing you because of your singing in specific language?
Oh, those specific languages.
So do you face the same challenge, like whereby people are saying that, yo, Lul Simon is singing in where, so it's kind of like local? Because there's this kind of mindset that I've seen in Genuine fan base, and it's kind of wild and crazy. Because for me, I don't think, I feel like it's self-hate in a way. Because today, if I have my own language, why would I prefer the language to put my message across? Okay, it's nice that you sing in English, but at the end of the day, even if you sing in a language that mass can understand, that's enough.
Yeah.
So can you elaborate? Have you ever faced a critic of like?
Yeah, it has been there. It is all of us. Actually, whatever is being faced by one of us is also being faced by some of us. Because now when you talk about Joma, he sings particularly in Dinka, all right? And when you talk of me also, I sing like mostly in Nuer, you understand? But I put some words in to make sure that at least another South Sudanese also know what I'm talking about. Even if they may not get to hear everything, but at least even if they go and ask their fellow, their friends who are from this side, at least they can be told that the main part. Yeah, I face the same thing. People nowadays are calling international singing in English, all right? So now it becomes a problem whereby you find that Nigerians that are being compared to us, you see someone like Mr. Flavor, Rokotoko, I don't know, something like that. Is that English? I've never heard that term in the dictionary. Yeah, I've never heard such a word in the dictionary. And even if you look at the big artists, the likes of Wizkid, the likes of Davido, they put some words that are Nigerian kind of like local languages, right?
Yeah, Yoruba.
Even Asake of recent.
Yeah.
You would put some words that you will not know, but you have understood some small part, but the rest of part you don't understand.
Wow.
Simply because this music industry, our people don't understand that music industry actually, accepts people who actually come with uniqueness.
True.
Because now if I come and sing like Justin Bieber in English, what will be my difference? What am I bringing? The new thing that I'm bringing on the table. But when I go with my language there, a white man will dance to that tune. A white man will ask questions. What is this guy trying to say? Because I like what he's singing, I like the accent, but I don't understand what he's saying. The fact that he likes the accent will bring in to us. You understand? So I face the same thing. People are calling us local. I don't understand why. We have made a lot of things that are But even the international artists, and actually, the guys they are calling the international artists within the country have not yet done. For example, I've been nominated at the African Entertainment Awards, USA. USA coming to nominate someone who is singing in local language in South Sudan. My brother, am I not international? How did they get to know about me? It is the efforts, right? So people need to learn. They need to learn, but it's only that sometimes we are new to the industry. We are new to this kind of world things, because we are a new nation. Sometimes we don't blame our people. Yeah, they want us to look like some other people. But in this industry, uniqueness pays a lot.
True.
Yeah.
Your how do you call it? Footprint should be different from.
Yeah, should be different from the main people. That's good.
So currently you graduated 2 days ago.
Thank you.
Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
So, and the course you have graduated is not an easy course, to be honest. Yeah, to be honest, in campus, with the engineer, the one that suffer a lot, you get.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah,
I'm very sure you understand that. Yeah.
It's crazy, it's crazy. So like, you doing music, how did you transition to like, I need to choose engineering? Like,
Well,
is it someone influence, like the parent influence, or just yours?
No, it was mine.
Yours?
Actually, before even I could even come to music, right? I love engineering. Way back from primary school, right? I love sciences, right? So there was even one time before I could even go to high school, whereby our teacher introduced something we call biogas, producing electricity from biogas. I developed some interest in that particular thing. And I'd be like, because in my head, whatever comes in my head, like whenever I'm doing something, South Sudan comes into my head.
True.
Right? Be like, now biogas can be used to make electricity. Very good. Back home we don't have electricity. That's what I was having in my head. Back home we don't have electricity. Now I heard that in high school people have opportunities of even bringing projects into life, right? So I was like, my first project in high school should be making a biogas, right? Making electricity out of biogas, right? And then from there, at least my people back home can have some electricity. So from there now you can see that apart from thinking like that, I've already chosen engineering as a course, particularly electricity. I didn't know the name of the engineering by that time because I only knew that, yes, this is
just biogas.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was some engineering to do with petroleum, engineering to do with civil. I only know that engineering is engineering by that time. So when I came to high school, I affirmed my own interest, okay? I developed that love for the physics, you understand, geography, study of the rocks and other stuff like that. Then, of course, this thing to do with chemistry, how chemicals can actually be used even to make electricity. So my head was already in electricity. I have nothing else to think about than power, all right? Power in terms of electricity. So from then I developed the love of, engineering, and there I've been seeing myself as an engineer. So whenever an engineer comes to our school to motivate us, I see myself as him, all right? So this thing of engineering has been there. Yeah, it has been there. Music came in, like it just gave me some offside, came in an offside manner. Yeah, but it is always a talent, gift from God. So it has to be done because I love that, that music too. But the career here is electrical engineering. So this engineering thing has been there. It has been there before music.
Oh,
yeah.
So that's amazing. That's amazing. Let's take a 5-minute break and then we come back again. Welcome back to the episode. As me and Lul were talking about his transition into the engineering sector and his how do you call it? His interest in the engineering as he started back then in high school. Is it high school or primary school? I don't know.
Primary school.
Primary school, yeah. But he didn't know the exact engineering field whereby you can impact on that area of electricity. So Lul, like how do you see yourself right now in the coming years?
In the coming
Let's say 5 years.
5 years from now?
Yeah.
Yeah, as they say that everything always starts with the first step. So I don't know which one exactly do you want me to talk about, because now I'm an artist and I'm also pursuing a career.
Let's start with artist.
The artist, Yeah, in 5 years' time, because more work is going to come in. Sometimes you can't determine, but you only put in a lot of work, and then the future determines itself. So my aims are way that now nationwide, South Sudan, we have already been recognized, right? So now we have been taking it further, and it is actually a progress. We have taken it further, trying to reach out to all the other fan bases in various countries. Let's say in East Africa, we can start from there, and then tomorrow we shall reach to the rest of the African countries.
True.
So all of these things are actually determined by whatever comes in the music industry, because this music industry is run by funds, money. You understand?
True.
So as funds comes in, the more the funds, the more the work that will actually be done.
True.
So in 5 years' time from now, God willing, if everything works out as we plan, we shall be heard in Africa, completely in Africa. We shall be competing African-wise. Then from there, maybe, and then we can go global, something like that. Yeah, that is on the part of being an artist. That is it.
How about the engineering aspect of it?
Well, the engineering aspect, like I said earlier, everything begins with a step.
Yeah.
So as for me, like having that bachelor degree, it's not a sure deal that I have made it, right? So actually, this is just the beginning. According to me, I always say this is my first step. So I will now have to venture into the engineering fields, and then try to put in practice what I've been learning in class. And then from there, maybe I will come back now later to the university to come and do what we call the masters, because it is after you go to the field that you will realize now what you want to do for the masters, what you want to major on. So in 5 years' time from now, I shall be using this opportunity or this bachelor degree step as a way to actually gain more experience within the engineering
industry.
Engineering industry. So that after that 5 years' time, at least I would have at least accomplished some few things here and there. At least venture myself into power system, this power production mostly, because that's where I really have that interest in. Like I told you earlier, electricity has been my thing. So producing that electricity, and that actually I came to learn in the university later that this is under what we call power energy, or power production. So I should venture into that, and I'm going to do a lot within that 5 years to make sure that at least my experience expands. And after that 5 years, at least you shall be seeing us as maybe now no longer just young engineers, but all in the game. Understand? Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's how it's going to be like.
That's amazing. Let me just ask 5 rapid questions. Very rapid one.
Okay.
What was your, let's say, what's the best moment that has shaped who you are?
Well, the best moment that shaped who I am was the moment when I failed to sit for my secondary 4 exams, which is the final exam. Right? That feeling of working very hard from senior 1 to senior 4, only to miss it at the last moment. That was in the year 2016. Right? You remember what happened in 2016? There were some small clashes within the country there. Within those clashes, my father lost his job, right? Among many other South Sudanese fathers. So at the last moment when I was actually celebrating, thinking that now I'm going to get done with this high school thing, I was stopped there. Seeing my colleagues pursuing their thing and being left there, working for 3 years. So I was devastated. I became so much like, what they call this one, like I became so hopeless in such a way that I thought now being a firstborn at home, this was the only opportunity. Maybe you can now join the university and then from there maybe make a change. So I was disappointed. I was, thrown back and every other stuff like that. But within that time, when I was passing through that, I was working, doing some manual job here and there. I started with first this, these people who build these buildings and other stuff like that. So I'll go and carry those stones, those stones, the bricks.
The bricks construction.
Yeah, you'll be paid 500 shillings, 500 Kenyan shillings. It's just like roughly something to do with, how can I say it? It's half 30,000 here. Right? So that's what it used to be. Yeah, those are the wages for a day. So I started from there. Then from there, it wasn't bringing something that good. Then an opportunity came up. Whereby now I have to work in a certain shop of another guy who was actually selling gases, these cooking gases. Yeah, so they came in when they are refilled, this K gas, total gas, what, they came in while they are refilled. And then he was also burning movies into compact disc. So I was doing all of that job for him. So that work at least was paying me 5,000 Kenyan shilling per month. All right? At least it was better compared to the other one that I was actually having. So within that moment, working, doing this, doing that, knowing that now maybe I might not go back to the high school and everything like that, I began to realize that actually this might be the strongest point of mine, because that's how I realized that I can be actually very strong, right? So from there, it took me some time to, try to realize, try to, rearrange my thought and other stuff like that. And that's when I had some dreams of, first, okay, from this salary, I can buy a bicycle. Then from this salary, I can also go and register for a school, the nearby school, register for KCSE, that is the final exam. Then I can be using the bicycle to move from home to that place. And then again, I'm going to work again in that shop to save up for some electrical workshop.
Wow.
Understand? Workshop and a school thing.
Wow.
So my life was planned from there. So when you don't have something, a lot of thinking comes into your head. Yeah. So from then I was working toward that goal. So at least that was the moment whereby it was a very big turning point for me. I was devastated at the same time, but at the same time I was also strategizing a lot of things at the same time. So, but when my cousin came in, a certain relative of mine, he found out that I did not sit for the exams. He came in, he paid for my school fee a whole year. And that is when now the hopes started coming in. So I termed that on as the best moment in my life, because what I was actually hoping for happened, but it happened in a way that I did not imagine it would have happened that way.
True.
But it made me think about myself before that thing could actually happen.
True.
Yeah.
Adding to what you said, sometimes I feel like, having a lot of comfort and leverage, it kind of keep you stuck. Like imagine if, let's say your dad didn't lose his job. You don't have venture into many other things. You get.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. And I think maybe you found yourself within that range of hardship. They usually say hard time makes strong men. So.
Very true.
Hard time makes strong
I realized that.
Yeah.
I really realized that.
You get. So, music for popularity or music like for legacy?
Music for legacy.
What's the difference?
For legacy. You see, when you make a legacy, you're making a name. All right? So when I came to the music industry, a lot of things not happening within the country. South Sudan to be specific. I actually started a lot of things. Do you realize that even today, this logo, John Fogg is my good friend. Do you realize that this logo that John Fogg has been using, Froggy Froggy style, that the man who actually introduced it to him was this one that is sitting here? Do you realize?
Really?
Very good. Go and confirm. So that is also a legacy. Today, John Fogg is using it entirely.
I think I need to host John Fogg again on the podcast.
Host him.
I need to host him again.
Another thing is that now, when I came to the industry, South Sudan industry, this how to market your music. Like I told you earlier, there are some challenges that I faced. Like you said earlier, that challenges make strong people. It makes you think even beyond. You understand? So when I came to the industry, having no promoter, having no one to sell my music to whoever and everything like that, I have to devise some ways. There was this way that these East African artists were using, this thing of posting challenges for girls who are actually making the challenges. By that time, we were not so much well advanced with the TikTok thing. So someone will send you the video on WhatsApp. That's what we used to do. Even as we used to send songs to people on WhatsApp. That's why even today you will find someone commenting on your page that, please send it to me on my WhatsApp, 09 something. You understand? It is because we made them got used to that. Right? But then in South Sudan, posting challenges was, our people coming from the villages, it was a bit tricky because now you'd be like, post someone's daughter, so we are not used to this East African ways.
Adapted to.
And then from there, I had to devise a way to sell my music. But how do I sell my music? How do I make it reach to many masses? Then I started posting those videos of those girls.
The challenges of the girls.
I started with the WhatsApp first because even me, I was also fearing. You understand? I started WhatsApp when I saw that it has no effect at all because, of course, these girls are not naked. They're actually dressed well. Someone is just doing a challenge for you. I saw there were no negative comments. Then from there, I took it now forward to Facebook. That time, none, even the likes of the legendary and ever stuff, none will post those things. I was the first person to post those things. And it was happening because of South Sudan Diva. Then from there, you remember that time, Gondo Circuit was also there. Because we produced our songs within the same time. Then when the other boys now saw that this thing is working for me, they also took it in. All right. So that is also a legacy by itself. You find that you start something that someone else was not using because maybe they were fearing to start. But you start it, and then others also realize, this one is good. I can also use it and sell my music. So today, South Sudan-wise, people are now going to TikTok. Thanks God, TikTok has come. So people are now going to TikTok, and now they're taking challenges, posting them. You sell your music very well. That is a legacy. Another thing whereby I'm talking about legacy in music is that actually the industry, when I came to the industry, a lot of words were there. You see, people trend by thinking that maybe if you insult another person, you'll trend. If you make a beef with some other person, negative ones, you trend. But we came and broke all of those things. Today, Lul Simon is here. Do you see me beefing on social media? But I'm here trying to sell my music. The same views that they are getting, the same views I'm getting. All right? But I have nothing to do with the beef. That is legacy on its own, whereby you find that an upcoming artist today will now know that I can still sell my music without having to go through this kind of corners. I can still use right way. And many more legacy. If you try to look inside there, you'll find that a lot of things have been done. A lot of changes have been made. And all of these changes are being made by people who actually struggle first. Because if everything came on the silver plate by that time, we would not think all of these things, isn't it?
True.
But because of these challenges, we are able to do a lot of things. So music for legacy, yes.
That's amazing. That's amazing, honestly. Usually there's this, our elders, the Shuluk elders, usually they say, the good things always copied. People copy the good thing.
Yeah.
So amazing.
Something good, you take it in.
People
say something bad, you leave it.
Yeah, true.
That's why they say we learn from each other.
That's true. That's true. That's true. If right now, I don't know how to address you, whether you're an artist, because my questions, I want, because for me,
address me according to your question, you can address me according to where you are.
We being like, you're my senior now, you're my senior in engineering sector. So for me, sitting with you also, as a fan as well, because we love your music as well. But also as me, I want to, the engineering part to be part of it, because you're my senior, and
very good.
This is the area I want to venture. But let's be fair to the fan, or to the listeners.
Okay.
Let me divide them into two questions. If there's something you want to change in the industry, whether music industry, or let's say the South Sudanese engineering industry, what will that one thing be?
In both, like I answer separate, right?
Separately.
Okay. For the music,
the engineering aspect is for me. Apologize, my guys.
So for the music industry, if there is one thing that I wanted to change, it is the support, right? Right now, the industry is going into a place whereby you find that very tricky corner. Whereby now you call for a show. Now this nepotism and tribalism have come in so much, it's eating the industry. That's why the likes of Silver X are complaining. Because long time ago, when the likes of Silver X were doing music, all of us are South Sudanese. Everyone was listening to Come Tomorrow, this, that, including us, all right? But now you find that the industry has been divided into tribal line in such a way that even if Silver X call a show right now, simply because I'm a Nuer or I'm a Dinka, I don't want to go there. I leave it to the Equatorians, which is not good at all right? The same thing when I come here and be like, I'm calling for a show, and I'll be like, South Sudanese, come, what? I'm only seeing Galwak, I'm only seeing that, I'm only seeing that. I feel like, where are my fellow South Sudanese? Yet I feel that my music is being enjoyed by all people. And it is very true, my music is being enjoyed by all people. But you find the people that are coming to support me are not are only my people, but then you find the other people are not coming. So that mentality, the same way also goes with the likes of Ali Joma. They're facing the same thing. You find he's calling for a show, and now the other people fail not to come. Only people from his tribe are coming, which is not good. So I wanted us to change that one in such a way that at least let's go back to the old South Sudan we used to be, all right? Whereby now, regardless of where you come from, just because your music is good and it speaks to the people's soul, all right? Let it be accepted. Come and support that person. That is one thing that I really want to change. And if that thing can actually be changed, today I'm telling you, there are people who deserve to be on an international level that would be there right now if this tribalism thing did not come in. Yeah, so that is the change that I want being made in South Sudan industry, that is music industry. Now when it comes to engineering, of course now we have a lot of things to rectify, but since I'm young in the game, I may not know the reason as to why they are not rectified. Of course we have this what we call political policies, right? This whereby you find the government policies are there and everything stuff like that. So for me, I have no capacity to talk that much about the engineering sector, but simply because I've got some small things here and there, because I went for some internships some time back, and went to Dar Petroleum, that side of Upper Nile State, where we came from, all of us. And then the way we were producing power, because like I told you earlier, I really want to major into power production, power energy, the energy thing. So people are bringing their gadgets from outside, like it was a certain company that was assigned that tender. You find that they are bringing their power production, and like you are using these engines, all right? You use some petrol within those engines, that it is 8, what do you call this, and this thing. Then they were producing power, all right? But now you find that this power is actually polluting the environment. But we have a river Nile that is running all the way from here, going to South, or going even up to Sudan, up to Egypt. But along the way, people are using it to produce power. Why can't we use the same thing? And all of our country is actually going to be supplied with energy. So That is something that needs to be changed. But of course, because there are some policies that are in place, I may not talk that much because I have not gone deep into why they are not happening. But if that thing can actually be addressed, I believe engineers like us can come and contribute as much as possible. That is it.
That's amazing. That's
Thank
amazing. Before the last, if you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would that advice be?
To my
Younger self.
My younger self.
Yeah.
That is me, or my younger people.
Your younger self, like you, like let's say Lul 5 years back.
Yeah.
Lul, when you were starting the music, are you really proud of yourself now?
Yeah, for sure. I would give a lot of advices to myself because along the way also I've made mistakes, and mistakes also I've learned from. Right? But I wish I had known that these were mistakes, so that at least I would have addressed them earlier, because I believe if those mistakes were addressed, right now I would be maybe in a greater place compared to now, both musically and also in the school-like thing, you understand? But of course, those mistakes, especially on the school part, they did not come exactly from me, because of course funds has to be there. Like what I told you earlier, that I missed my KCSE exam, that is the final exam. Those are not my thing and every stuff like that. But I wished these things were addressed. Right now I would be at a higher position. But also, of course, mistakes of lives are there. We are youth here and there. There are some things that you should have done another way, and then they would make sense right now if you actually applied what we call native sense. Like I normally hear from some certain base 10 of Caretaker series, Archangel comedy. Yeah, so if you would have applied some native sense, a lot of things would have changed today. But all the same, we are here. We thank God for this far. But with those mistakes, we have also learned. We have actually used them as a stepping stone.
True. That's a learning point. That's amazing. That's amazing. I've talked with many people, not musicians to be specific, but I've sat with many authors, even journalists. I had them on a podcast, even how do you say it? Psychologist.
Psychologist, yeah.
Psychologist. Yeah. So there's this question that I usually ask them, like, how do you guys measure the success in whatever you do? Like some people say that it's money, some people the impact. So let me refer to you as well. What do you see as the measure of success in your career?
In my career, because now I would say it in relation to music, something that I've been doing sometime. But of course for engineering, maybe the music part will actually contribute. But according to me, success, according to how far I've come in music, initially I used to think that maybe it is money. That is when you have a lot of money, you flaunt it around and everything like that, then you are successful. But I came to realize that it is not actually money, because even right now as we speak, it is not money that is driving me. There is this thing we call service to the people. All right, because all of these things that we are doing, even me as an artist, what I'm doing is a service to people. Do people accept my service? Do they love it? Do they want more of my service? So when I started music in its own, I was having only some few fans. All right? But now as I'm going forward and everything like that, people begin to love my music. Now I'm becoming a person that is being celebrated in the whole nation, isn't it? So you find that these fans now will come back and tell me that, Lul Simon, this song that you sang like this and this and that touched me in this place because it talks about a situation of mine when I was here. You understand?
Yeah.
That's when I realized, this is when I'm successful. Because if my music can speak to the soul of those people, then that is how successful I become. Because with that, a lot of demand is going to come from them. Because even if we talk about economy right now, how do you define the success of a business? It is by how much you create the customers, isn't it? When you create the demand to be so high, then all the people are going to come to you. That is how successful you are. It's not all about the money that you are going to have, because even the money today, they can be stolen. All right? The money can be burned in the house. But tomorrow, because of the demand that you have created, that connection you have created through the service that you're giving, then you become successful. That's how a successful person actually looks at life. So for me, according to how I've come far from music, the success that I can call a success in my music here is how people perceive my music. They have received it with all the, all the love. They even want more of me. So that even if today I say that I've resigned from music, people will still come to me. Even in my home, they will come and be like, no, you don't need to leave. because we love what you have been doing. If you leave, no one is going to do what you are doing.
Yeah, true.
So that is how I actually measure my level of success. Now, I don't know about that, the side of the engineering. Maybe it is because of electrical engineering. Now, maybe I'm going to measure in power engineering. People will be like, maybe they want to measure a level of success in terms of how many places have been electrified, like how many households are getting electricity per day. Understand? So maybe that's what they are going to use according to them. But that's what I'm about to go and find out. And it is very much good because I'm very excited to see the kind of experience I'm going to have in that field. That is what I can say about the success in my definition. Service to the people. Once it reaches the hearts of the people.
That's amazing. And actually, that's what they call purpose as well. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, once you find your purpose, nothing can even pull you out of it. Because
nothing at all.
It's a direction.
Very true.
Let's take 5-minute breaks and then we come back again. Welcome back, our listeners and our viewers. We are going to the last segment of the interview, or let's say the episode. Let me ask the question that I've received from one of our fans. Like, what was the issue between Lul and the managers? They wanted to know, because there's been a how do you call it, a feud, and a lot of things happen. So can you elaborate more and then rectify, because Lul is here to rectify. I mean, Lul is someone who is a public figure, and I believe it's from a natural place for them to talk of what has been happening. Yeah, and they want to know. So can you elaborate more on that?
Well, first and foremost, one thing that we need to know is that differences are normally there. So they are always in every place. And even a person who is a close person to you today can also tomorrow have some differences with you. It is not how you go about those differences that you realize a certain, stopping point, or whereby you guys can agree on. Yeah. So everything went well. So it's only that it was just a small minor difference, and of course it is a music difference. When a music difference comes in and the interests are no longer converged, music is like politics.
True.
Yeah, so it is based on interest. If the interests are going together, well and good, you work together.
True.
And if the interests are diverging or from each other, something like that, you part ways.
Sure.
Yeah. So that was what happened. So my interest was not being put in place, and maybe the manager's interest also was not actually being put in place. So we had to part ways like that. But it wasn't something so much to talk about that much, only that it went on social media. Maybe that's where I need some addressing some time back when I had to go live. Yeah, because it reached to a point where by now someone has to defend me. Right? I'm a very soft person, or soft-spoken person. I don't have this social media beef thing, like I told you earlier. So I've never trended with that. But it happened that the boys, wanted to take this issue on social media. Amidst me telling them that I think it is not the right way to do things. Yeah, so they went on social media, defamed me, which also backfired on them, because I believe none can actually believe you. Lul Simon has never have anything with anyone.
True.
So why would he all of a sudden begin to act in a way that we have never seen him act like that?
Abnormal.
So yeah, of course it backfired on them. That's why I never even want to speak about it most of the times, because there is no need to pursue on something. But I had to come on live that time to clarify my name and let people know that what they were saying is not true, because this is what actually took place.
True.
Simple as that. Or is there something else that you wanted us to know?
No. It's because I believe that someone who is known for if you have a value that you usually put out there, and then there are certain things that you don't do. Once you do the opposite, people kind of feel like, there's something which is not right, and they start questioning it.
True. Yeah.
So what is your message to people outside there? Let's say younger people, or older people, or people who are trying to pursue your career, people who are inspired by you, people who listen to you. What's your message to them?
Well, my message would just be like the one for my father. Go to school, study, come back and serve your country. That is for the young people who are still in school, who are probably not artists. All right? That is what I can give them as a person who have just graduated. So go back to school, learn, get a skill, come back and serve your country. It is within this service that you are going to find your true purpose. So that's what I can tell them. But when it comes to music, for the young ones that are pursuing this kind of career called music, it's not an easy thing. You're not going to find everything on a silver plate. You shall work for it.
Sure.
And that means that you have to work extra hard. Whatever we have done so far is to lay the ground for you. So like right now for us, I don't define myself as a person who may be successful so much in this music. But some people at the back are going to come.
True.
So they would be the one to be successful more because of what I've already started. So you are going to use me as a stepping stone to go to where you're going to. But you will never use me as a stepping stone if you can't put the same effort that I'm putting in. Yeah. So let them actually do their best, those guys who are young in the industry. And I'm very sure if you follow the path in the very right way, don't follow any cheeky way, the right way, work very hard, sell your music to as many people as possible, especially if you're a young one, if you're a young person in this music and you are new to the industry, please make sure that you go for shows. Don't feel yourself, because when someone is looking for something, they don't have any time to choose. All right? They say beggars have no choice, right?
Yeah.
Beggars are not
You have no options.
Yeah, you are like a beggar. You know, sometimes, and as an artist, when you are new in the industry, you're like a beggar. You are begging for platforms. I want to perform here. Can I get a chance? This and that. Can I get a chance? What do you call this one? The biggest mistake that most of these guys normally make whenever they come into the industry, they think everything is already laid. So someone comes here, want to dress like Diamond Platinum. My friend, you're just new in the industry. Platinum has money. You have nothing. So you want to put tattoo, you want to put what? You don't know the effects of this thing. These guys, they have money. So first, realize who you are. Realize your potential. Then from there, start making money. And now, begin to dress according to your budget. Okay? Don't go for things that are very far. That's why most of the people now here, you come to music today, tomorrow you get lost. Why? It is because you want to enter music with all your two legs, without first even having to think of how these people is making it. Yes, you are inspired by, you can be inspired by me or by someone like Diamond Platinum, those big artists. But let them just only inspire you on how they do their things. Let them not inspire you on how they dress, because what they put
the body work.
Yeah, the body work. How they sing, maybe you might not know how to sing, you can even learn. This is how it is done. You put backups like this, good. You have learned that, something like that. But if you come in and you want to live like the way they are living, yet you have not the same budget, you will die immediately in music. So make sure that when you come to the music industry, please learn, all right? Take your time, grow. Even these plants, they don't just come all of a sudden and then they grow one day and then they begin to give us some maize and something like that. No, they take some time. Even on the ground there, they take some month, couple of months. Then they come up, they take some couple of months while growing, trying to put in places every part. Then from there, when they become full-grown plants, then they begin to give you the seeds. You understand? So everything takes time. Everything takes progress. Don't just come and wanting to grow already or wanting to be successful already. So those are the things that you, as young artists who are actually just coming new in the industry, should actually take. Those are the steps. So that's what I have to only tell to those guys.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you've talked a lot of things, and for me, I define them as distractions.
Yeah.
How do you manage distraction? Be it girls, be it what, be it a lot of things. How do you manage?
I don't club. This is one thing. I don't club. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing.
You don't club?
It has not been my, I don't go for clubs and every stuff like that. So, of course, you know what is being done in clubs. You know what happens there. Influences also come in. So that's why now you find peer pressure. You want to do something that other people are doing. These are distractions in essence, in that you don't know why those people are doing it. But you have something that you want to achieve. You can't act like a chicken, like that's what they normally say. You can't act like a chicken and want to fly like an eagle. It will never work. So if you want to be an eagle, you look at how things are done by that eagle, all right? So if you want to be a chicken, that is okay, well and good. Do how much chickens do. So distractions are always there, especially in the music industry or even in life also. You find that distraction may come in form of friends. You want to achieve something. You want to be in school. Like let's say, for example, you're a scholar. You're here. You're going to school, university every day. Then you meet some friends that don't kind of like that life. They like a certain other life that may not actually lead you to your goal. That is a distraction. At the end of the day, if you follow what they're doing, you will be distracted from the school. The same way also comes to music. Music also, even these bad friends have an influence. You have a bad friend today, tomorrow they tell you, you look good, sing this one in your dancehall thing, you should use these words. Then tomorrow you use those words, you go and die immediately. They have already distracted you, isn't it? True. Plus other many things also. Okay, this girl's things is also there. At least have one girlfriend, like my friend Bull here. Yeah, one girlfriend is enough. Don't go for this. You know, there is nothing called polygamy in girlfriendship or boyfriendship. There's nothing like that. Polygamy come afterward when you're married.
Yeah.
So at least there is no polygamy here. Just go with one girl. You know, diseases are many nowadays. You go ahead and you get many girls and you contract a disease that you did not expect. So please save yourself from that. A lot of girls will not help you, especially musicians, that they praise you. These praises is what we call peer pressure. Someone is praising you because you have a lot of girls. Who told you success is measured in terms of how many girls you have? Don't do that. Plus, other many things that other musicians are also doing, please don't imitate wrongly. When you see something or you are inspired by an artist, don't imitate everything that that artist does.
True.
You may find today some artists are using, these things, wipe out your skin. I don't want to go deep into that. And then tomorrow you see some other artist looking at it, be like, this guy is loved because he has, done that. Even me, if I do that one,
I'll be loved the same way.
But you find out this one has some implications.
Implications, yeah.
Yeah, because today you bleach your skin. Tomorrow, sunburns, cancers, what follow you. All right?
True.
Today it looks good, but tomorrow it has an effect. You understand? So these are ways, these are things that actually distract people. Please, when you are here, focus on what you're doing. If you are a farmer and you want to plant maize, please just plant maize. Don't be confused that people are planting watermelons because that was not your initial plan.
True.
So I'm just using that phrase to show you that whatever you're focusing on, please focus on it. True. If anything else comes in, please try to, put it aside. Focus on that. That's what I have to say about that.
True. Lul Simon, thank you for being here. I really appreciate.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
All right, my brother. Yeah, nice time. Thanks for inviting me also.
No, you're welcome.
Follow him on his pages or on his YouTube. Go and subscribe there because now this podcast is very, very important. Also, go to my pages. Follow me as Lul Simon. I'm still your artist. Yeah, I'm an engineer, yes, but still we are here until we leave it. True. So follow us on all our platforms and we are going to grow together. Thank you so much for listening to us. God bless you.
Amazing.